Good evening. We're overwhelmed with gratitude that so many folks showed up tonight. When we pulled up in the parking lot, oftentimes you don't know if there's going to be 2 cars or if there's going to be a parking lot full. So it certainly makes tonight much more special, and I have the unique pleasure and privilege of introducing a person that has certainly been on the journey with me during my almost 7 years in the city manager role. And you can tell how long you've been in Broomfield because I would say I'm on a first name basis with probably 85% of the people in this room, and should be after I just hit 27 years with Broomfield. And yeah. So from a community perspective, it makes me proud to have a mayor that, much like your children, when you say you're proud, it's not just words. It is in your fiber, it's in our being. The transition and the capabilities and the opening of our hearts has expanded significantly in the last many years. Our programming looks different. Our culture in our organization looks different. The community has reinforced the direction that we're headed is one of love, kindness, and compassion. And with that, the person that has been such a significant partner in our organization and for our community, we do think that this is the best state of the city that we have been able to do, not because of the production level, but because it builds on the last 5 years of work, effort, innovation, and ingenuity. And tonight spotlights that. And without further ado, my friend and my mayor and your mayor, Guyleen Castriotta.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mayor Guyleen Castriotta, and thank you for joining us as we reflect on the state of our community. As we look back at the past year and ahead to 2026, our focus remains rooted in 3 core pillars: strategic partnership, fiscal discipline, and economic growth. These values are the engine behind everything we do, and they ensure Broomfield remains a place where people and businesses can truly thrive. Next slide, please. Before we dive into the data, I want to take a moment to celebrate the hard work of our staff. Last year was a banner year for recognition. We were named the Polco Best in Governance National Champion in Economy, which recognizes our leadership in using resident feedback and data to build a resilient and inclusive economy. Our finance team also hit a massive milestone by earning the GFOA Distinguished Budget Presentation Award again this year, which makes 30 consecutive years. We're also leading the way in sustainability as the first community in Colorado to earn the Charging Smart Silver designation for our EV readiness. From being named a Broadband Ready certified community to winning regional awards for the best tasting water in the Rocky Mountain region, our teams are consistently performing at the highest level. We can clap for that too. We even saw our Human Services Department hit their 5th straight year of excellence, and after its makeover last year, our beautiful Bay Aquatic Park was recognized for its innovative design. And most recently, Livability ranked Broomfield the #1 best place to live out west, based on our community amenities, education, sustainability, transportation, housing, and the economy. So the secret's out. To understand where we're going, we have to look at who we are today. Our population has grown to more than 78,000 residents living in about 34,000 housing units. We have a diverse community with about 18% of our neighbors being seniors and 20% under the age of 18. Now let's talk about the economic engine that powers our community. Broomfield is not just a great place to live. It's a dynamic workplace that serves as a hub for the entire Front Range. Our labor force is incredibly strong, with nearly 46,000 active workers and an unemployment rate that remains a low 3.5%, which is below both the state and national averages. Here's what makes Broomfield unique. About 64% of our residents commute to jobs outside of Broomfield, while nearly 70% of people working in our local businesses live in other communities. This means Broomfield employers have access to a regional talent pool, while our quality of life attracts the workforce that drives the Front Range economy. We're a key player in the regional economic ecosystem. The data shows we're a leader in high-growth, high-tech sectors. Our highest industry concentration is in professional and scientific services at more than 15%. These are the engineers, researchers, consultants who are driving innovation. We also have a massive presence in healthcare and retail, which together account for about 20% of our jobs. Rounding out our top sectors are information technology and manufacturing, while each support about 10% of our workforce. Next slide, please. Maintaining this quality of life requires careful navigation of fiscal challenges. We have successfully managed structural budget pressures even as sales tax remained flat and property tax revenues declined due to statewide assessment changes. We did this by staying disciplined and prioritizing our core mandates rather than adding new costs. Creative cost savings are making a difference, and we're finding them large and small. For example, a boiler upgrade at the detention center earned us a $25,000 rebate, and a new pilot program for towel service at the rec centers saved us $100,000 annually. While each of these are modest on their own, it is the attention to every opportunity, no stone unturned, that when paired with strategic investment adds up to a balanced and realistic budget for 2026. Next slide, please. Our economic landscape is stronger than ever because we're intentionally focusing on the industries of the future. Our target business sectors like finance, IT, clean energy, aerospace, and professional services are actually outperforming the rest of the Denver metro in terms of employment growth. We've seen this incredible success in both bringing new names and keeping our homegrown talent right here in Broomfield. From emerging companies to established players, companies like Peak Energy, Raven Space Systems, Sierra Space, and Quantinuum have all chosen to plant their roots to expand their operations here. This momentum is visible with more than 1 million square feet of new business workspace currently under construction or recently finished. Sites like Sims Technology Park and Arista 36 are the future. We're also focused on making sure our local small businesses can thrive. Responding to resident feedback, we launched a new restaurant incentive program to bring more diverse dining options to Broomfield, with the first awards expected in 2026. Next slide, please. At the same time, we know that a vital community needs housing that people can actually afford. We have more than 540 new income-aligned units that are either built, under construction, or approved for 2026. This includes exciting 100% income-aligned groundbreakings at Harvest Hill and The Grove at Cottonwood. Support for our neighbors has taken concrete form this year. In its very first year, our Utility Rate Assistance Fund helped more than 1,400 households. The Partial Property Tax Refund Program exhausted its entire $500,000 budget to help nearly 1,000 residents with tax relief. From helping families with down payments to providing emergency shelter for 118 individuals during severe weather, these programs help maintain workforce stability and community resilience. Next slide, please. Sustainability is not just a buzzword in Broomfield, it's a top priority for our residents. A perfect example is our new residential waste services program, which launched last March, and already the enrollment is at an incredible 86% of eligible households. We're also making it easier to recycle large items through our partnership with Resource Central, where we've already diverted nearly 7,000 pounds of building materials from the landfill. Solar energy adoption has also taken off in Broomfield. Through our Switch Together campaigns, 98 households signed contracts to install solar power. These families are expected to save an average of nearly $5,000 per system. With that level of participation, Broomfield is leading every other municipality in Colorado for solar contracts signed. Water conservation is another area making a massive impact. Through October of last year, we saw an 11.9% reduction in potable water usage compared to the year before. That's a savings of more than 3.4 billion gallons. And this success comes from a combination of proactive steps residents are taking at their homes and our new water ordinances. We've helped by conducting 89 slow-the-flow audits and selling hundreds of garden-in-a-box kits to help folks transition to low-water landscaping. And finally, we are positioning Broomfield at the forefront of transportation innovation. New charging stations at the Broomfield Community Center and the George D. Sierra building are expanded to 24 public charging ports. This infrastructure earned Broomfield a pioneering achievement, the very first community in Colorado to receive the National Charging Smart Silver designation for electric vehicle readiness. Next slide, please. Maintaining our infrastructure is about more than just filling holes in the road, although we did plenty of that last year. Our streets team repaired more than 1,600 potholes, using 540 tons of asphalt to keep the daily commute smooth. Through our pavement preservation program, we successfully treated more than 25 miles of streets, which covers nearly 9% of our entire road network. We also replaced more than 10,000 linear feet of concrete, which far exceeded our goals for sealing cracks in the pavement to prevent future damage. And we're looking at safety through a modern lens. We recently completed our first Transportation Safety Action Plan and officially adopted a Vision Zero goal to eliminate traffic fatalities. And we're already putting that into practice by upgrading traffic signal poles and installing new software that allows us to monitor traffic flow remotely and make adjustments in real time. For those who rely on transit or biking, we have some exciting updates. Our Easy Ride service saw a 3% increase in trips last year, and we successfully fought to keep critical paratransit services for our residents who need them most. The construction on the I-25 and Highway 7 Interim Mobility Hub in partnership with CDOT has already begun, and if you prefer two wheels, you'll notice improvements to 5 miles of bike lanes and new wayfinding signs on 3 of our priority trail connections. Behind the scenes, we're upgrading the infrastructure you don't see. We installed more than 1,500 advanced water meters and finished a major new water line in the Westlake community. We even deployed high-tech ultrasonic buoys in our reservoirs to help control algae growth without using harsh chemicals. And we're leading the way in technology by completing 75 miles of our new 100-mile secure fiber network in Broomfield. And we're using light detection and ranging 3D scanning, which creates highly accurate, dense 3D digital models to implement a comprehensive roadway network assessment with 360-degree imagery. Next slide, please. That was a long sentence. We joke about it. A comprehensive approach to public safety is also paying off in measurable ways. Property crimes have dropped by nearly 50% compared to 2023, including significant decreases in motor vehicle thefts and robberies. I know, that's worth happy about. Our special enforcement team has been proactive in getting high-priority offenders off the streets, and our traffic teams have issued more than 200 citations specifically to curb illegal street racing. Beyond enforcement, our officers are out in the neighborhood more than ever, building relationships with more than 150 community events held last year. As for responding to mental health crises, our B Corps co-responder program expanded significantly, handling more than 600 behavioral health calls in the first 10 months of 2025. This ensures that people in crisis get the right kind of help at the right time. We also distributed more than 630 life-saving Narcan kits to the public and trained more than 3,000 residents on behavioral health awareness. Next slide, please. Our commitment to a supportive community extends through our justice and human services systems as well. Our Court Navigator and Community Connection Court programs both saw more than a 50% increase in participation, helping people navigate the legal system and find stability. We are supporting our most vulnerable neighbors through food and medical assistance, with more than 3,000 households receiving SNAP benefits and more than 6,500 households receiving Medicaid. Broomfield is also becoming more inclusive through the arts and community. In 2025, we officially formalized a sister city relationship with the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes, and we honored that history with a beautiful new mural at 120th and Highway 287. And just last month, we celebrated our newest sister city partnership with Lalitpur Metropolitan City of Nepal. These sister city programs, organized through the Broomfield Sister Cities organization, encourages the building of cultures and community through direct personal contact. And as a community with a 16% senior population, services provided for these neighbors continue to be at a premium. Our senior services team saw a 17% increase in educational programs and a 55% increase in attendance. And we had more than 500 pieces loaned from our medical equipment loan closet, and a 40% increase in matches for Yard Pals and Snow Pals programs that assist our neighbors in need in both the summer and winter. The Broomfield Library. It's a hub of community life where people connect and learn from each other and enjoy free access to information for all. In 2025, the library welcomed more than 226,000 visitors through its doors to browse, check out, or return materials, participate in programs, join community gatherings and meetings, and enjoy private study rooms. The library recorded more than 700,000 physical and digital checkouts from a diverse collection ranging from traditional books to modern essentials like Wi-Fi hotspots and specialized kits. And we saw a 23% increase at Invent HQ from 24 to 25. With 8,400 new patron registrations in 2025, these metrics underscore the library's essential role in supporting the social, educational, and civic fabric of Broomfield. Our rec centers are also busier than ever, with more than 617,000 visits this year, which was almost 50,000 more than the same period last year, and a 23% increase in specialty fitness program. Even with that dynamic increase in usage, our community rec centers get some of the highest marks. The Paul Durder Recreation Center was once again voted the winner for the favorite fitness center health club in the 2025 Our Broomfield magazine. Next slide, please. Delivering excellent service requires operational excellence behind the scenes. We've made huge strides in how we operate by focusing on modernization and efficiency. For example, with voter approval, we've begun updating our 1974 charter to reflect current practices and adding efficiencies and improving our overall governance. We're an early adopter of AI technology, building a network of change champions who are using and testing these tools to allow us to embed them throughout the organization, allowing for more efficiency and innovation. And our employees are at the heart of this organization. I'm happy to report that the data shows they're staying with us longer. Our turnover rate has decreased by 4% over the last 2 years, and we've achieved this by listening to our staff through robust surveys and creating more opportunities for personal and professional growth right here in Broomfield. Next slide, please. And in 2025, we had more than 900 volunteers put their heart and soul into 110 different opportunities, totaling nearly 40,000 volunteer hours for the city and county of Broomfield. A few highlights that show the tremendous service to the Broomfield community includes recreation coaches who mentored and supported more than 2,000 youth, victim advocates who provided support and resources during crisis situations and emergencies, meal delivery drivers to ensure that Meals on Wheels clients receive meals all year long, and our Snow Pals volunteers that provide peace of mind for more than 90 residents. Next slide, please. As we move forward in 2026, I want to highlight a few opportunities for you to stay informed and engaged in shaping our community's future. Next Tuesday's Council's study session will feature a presentation on property taxes, how they're calculated, why some areas saw increases while others saw decreases, and why the overall revenue to Broomfield actually decreased. What this means for our services, it's really going to be an important conversation, so please join us in person or you can watch from home. With the dry winter we've experienced, we're hosting a wildfire emergency response preparedness town hall right here in the auditorium, Monday, February 23rd at 6 p.m. I know a lot of people in the community are very, we're on edge, right? We all know it's been a hot, dry summer, so we want to bring everybody together and ensure everyone's getting the right sources of information. Our emergency management teams, police, North Metro fire teams will share critical information to help you prepare and stay safe. And later this year, we'll launch an update to Broomfield's comprehensive plan, our long-range vision under the theme Broomfield Together. This plan will guide our community for the next 10 to 20 years, and we only update it once a decade, making this a rare opportunity to help define Broomfield's future. Watch for details this spring on how you can get involved. This is your city and your chance to help us shape what comes next. So I hope you'll stay engaged. Next slide, please. As we look ahead into 2026, the City and County of Broomfield has a clear roadmap for success. Our priorities will stay focused on expanding affordable housing and resident support programs. We're moving forward with critical infrastructure investments, including a new police building, new water storage tanks, and our wastewater treatment expansion project. This year also brings a unique opportunity for celebration and recognition. The 250th anniversary of the United States, the 150th anniversary of Colorado, and the 25th anniversary of Broomfield as a consolidated city and county. So it's a historic moment for us to reflect on how far we've come. Next slide, please. As we close, I want to emphasize that 2025 demonstrated Broomfield delivers results. From infrastructure investments to public safety, from water conservation to modernized services, we are building the foundation that allows businesses and residents to thrive. We've modernized our services and we're more financially resilient than ever. I'm incredibly grateful for your engagement and support, and we remain committed to transparency, fiscal responsibility, and excellence in everything we do. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and I look forward to an amazing 2026 together. Thank you. So we can take some questions. We have a microphone here if you'd like to come around and use the microphone so everybody can hear. And I have to thank Greeley for the loan of their teleprompter. We didn't have to buy one. Thank you, Greeley. That was fun. Yes.
Hi, thank you for hosting this meeting. Many of us residents in Broomfield who live off of the Eagle Golf Course are concerned about that. We know there's some action trying to be happening. What is the city doing about the golf course?
Good question, and we just got an update that we're still waiting on the water situation because we're trying to acquire the water rights for the Nissen reservoirs, and we're still waiting for our offer from the people who bought the water rights to accept it. So that's where Broomfield is. I know that Eagle Trace has formed their own organization, and they're working on some other things, but for the part we're working on, we're still waiting to hear back from the people who own the water. Hopefully we'll get an answer soon. Okay. Well, right now we're in a drought watch. It's not the same thing as a drought declaration. So what our public works folks are doing is now we're watching the levels. We haven't declared a drought. So watering isn't, not that we're watering anyway, but that would happen later on in the year in May, but now we monitor because of the low snowpack, because you can kind of predict unless something changes and we get a crazy snowy March, we're monitoring in case we have to in the summer. I couldn't answer the specifics of your watering schedule without something else to help me, but I know there's a website, and you can probably find out about those if we do it. So right now we're just in the watch stage, so there's no restrictions. What is it? Oh, it's broomfield.org/water? Okay, try that. Yes, Pat? Oh. Well, sure. Here's the update. We approved their site development plan in September of 2023. Guess what? It's coming up on 3 years. So we were going to be getting an update from the developer on February 24th, but now we're going to have an executive session about it. And that's really all I can talk about. But that's what's happening. I mean, they've had the green light for a while, and we're just waiting for them to turn some dirt. Is that it? Yes, Sam, if you don't mind me saying your name. Lots of things. That is one project that it's on schedule, it's on time, it's on budget. I mean, it's a success story. And we have Pindustry as one of the anchor entertainment options, and 2 new restaurants. I can't remember the names, but they're moving and shaking over there. They're getting it done. So we're really excited about the progress. The mall is taking off with all of the new stores that have moved in, and we're actually seeing the benefits already of that reinvestment in the sales taxes that have gone up. So that's a really happy story. Yes, Linda. I don't have an update. It's vacant. I know that we did an RFP process last year that didn't really yield anything, and we're seeing this because the market is a risky market for development. Some people are doing better than others, but a lot of our projects are moving slower because it's market driven, and as you know, it's been volatile. There's a lot of risk involved with cost of materials and tariffs, and interest rates are high. So we're not seeing things move along as quickly, which is why we've approved over 5,000 units in the last 5 years, residential units, and maybe half of them have moved forward. There's so many more sitting in the pipeline, already approved by council, waiting for the developers to pull permits. So we don't control the pace of development. It is market-driven because we're not building it. But we've approved a lot. So we're just waiting for that to correct and hopefully start showing some progress. Yes.
A spring cleanup this year?
Yes, that is in the budget. Spring cleanup will continue. I know, it's like I've had people ask me that already. People love that program. We could never stop it. Anyone else? Well, you know how to reach me. You can always look on the website. I'm happy to meet with you individually or come to your HOAs or visit with your neighbors. I go where I'm invited. So if there's ever a chance you need me, I'll probably be able to be there. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you being here tonight, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you.